this and every other, development in the country. And they're trying to break down what to expect at Kasarani as Ruto is sworn in as Kenya's 5th president. And I want Leila to help us understand the significance of this. One of the first things that will happen, of course, all civilians and guests will be seated by 10 a.m. But immediately after that, for the next hour, the service commanders of the Kenya Army, Kenya Navy, and Kenya Air Force will take their positions at the dais, and they will be followed by visiting heads of state and government before the arrival of the Chief of Defense Forces, General Robert Kibochi. In terms of, this is definitely not, just happening out of chance. It is ordered that the service commanders sit at a particular time and in a certain order.
Well, Mark, anything that happens even in the military doesn't happen by chance. This is something they have been preparing for the last decade. It could be a different kind of leadership. However, institutional memory has to suffice. There has to be order in how things are done. And that is why the military will be particular in which senior officer will begin walking into the dais. I think Lieutenant General Njiru will go first, and then he will be followed by the Major General in charge of the Kenya Air Force, and then at the end will be the Major General in charge of the Kenya Navy. And because the IG of police is also a commander of a service, he will be the 4th such commander to stand in line with the 3 commanders of the Kenya Defense Forces. And then when the Chief of Defense Forces now gets into the stadium, it is expected that President-elect William Ruto will have already entered the stadium and sat with all his guests. The person of the moment will be Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, who will be the last to enter the stadium. He will enter aboard the Commander-in-Chief's open-top Land Rover. It will be green. And he will take one last ceremonial lap at the surrounding area of Kasarani Stadium.
Let's freeze there for a moment there. We have you on at the same time. It's just something quite tickling. But yes, that particular part, I wanted to ask that separately because yes, we might, go ooh and ah at that machine because, it's a manly, quiet machine. But the significance of it in the military ranks as the commander-in-chief. This will be the last time he will be on it, the incumbent president?
The 4th commander-in-chief will be the only commander who will inspect the guard of honor. Like I said, there will be about 80 officers, 80 soldiers from the Kenya Army who you will be seeing in the red tunic, the ceremonial dress,
yes, the
red top and the black outfit, and the red and their superior hats. They will form the majority because they are the largest unit of the Kenya Defense Forces. And in the middle, there will be the Kenya Air Force. There will be about 40 soldiers from the Kenya Air Force. And then at the end, we will see the whites of the Kenya Navy. You will see what is predominantly described as the sailor outfits. The ones, maybe those of us who used to watch Popeye the Sailor, used to see him dress in such an outfit. So that is what the soldiers from the Kenya Navy will be wearing. So it will be a full guard of honor that he will take quite some time to inspect for maybe like a minute or so. And like I've told you before, there will be only 4 people inspecting that guard of honor. When he reaches where the presidential color will be, which will be in the middle of the parade, he will take a moment and he will salute. President Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi, instead of saluting, he used to raise his rungu in respect of that flag before they continue. And he will now walk in the middle of the 2 lines and finish. So it's quite a planned process, quite a unique process, a process that the military has been practicing over the last few months in equal measure. And nothing within the military duties is done without the pomp and fashion and color that we will see tomorrow. Yes. To a certain degree, when they're leaving, the